The analogy of a cosmic structure consisting of the 4 elements and 3 principles is central to alchemy. It has been adapted from an ancient mystic metaphor which describes the creation process through a series of emanations from the Absolute. There are in fact many various precedents of this concept that are expressed in different nuances throughout the world's mystic and religious traditions. The Greek philosopher Empedocles is attributed to have been the first person, in the West at least, to elaborate on the 4 elements as philosophical analogies. His system also included the prior 2 impulses that are labeled in this diagram as fixed and volatile. There is no cause for us to examine and compare all of the prior models here, and we can paraphrase them in simple terms. Before the primal beginning, the source of all was one, and speaking poetically, we could say that the Creator breathed out the soul of creation, which initially had a subtle etheric quality. As this spark of life continued outwards, it became expressed as the more differentiating, complex, and organized physical universe as it exists for us. This diagram illustrates the procedure. The cross in a circle at the head indicates in this model the Absolute, and the visual intention of using this symbol was that the potential for the subsequent ingredients of fixed and volatile resided therein. By understanding the dynamics behind this analogy, we are afforded a glimpse of the hidden power that is contained within the mechanics of creation. In describing the principles and elements in this context, we are not meaning the simple physical elements of fire, earth, water, and air, nor the material compounds of mercury, sulfur, and salt. In alchemy, what we are meaning is their philosophical, archetypal properties. Also integral to alchemy is the geometric puzzle of squaring the circle, which is shown here in the illustration from Atalanta Fugians. This is a riddle which in literal physical terms is impossible, but in spiritual alchemy, the squared circle is something in the way of a Zen koan. In other words, it is an irrational, complex, or paradoxical proposition designed to push the boundaries of our normal perception and exercise our intuition. Like all koans, it has various levels of interpretation, and as the depth psychologist Carl Jung states, the squaring of the circle was a problem that greatly exercised medieval minds. It is a symbol of the opus alchemicum, since it breaks down the original chaotic unity into the 4 elements and then combines them again in a higher unity. Unity is represented by a circle and the 4 elements by a square. The production of 1 from 4 is the result of a process of distillation and sublimation, which takes the so-called circular form. The distillate is subjected to sundry distillations so that the soul, or spirit, shall be extracted in the purest state." Unquote. It is important to emphasize that in the squaring the circle diagram, there are 2 circles. The smaller, inside circle represents the individual unity of the ego consciousness, which is broken down by the circular or oft-repeated processes of alchemy. The larger circle represents the original unity of the Absolute, to which the adept returns in the transformation process. This same theme is part of the intricate symbolism of the Ouroboros, which, with its circular form, also represents the ongoing spiral that the hero takes on their journey to grasp their eternal self. The processes of distillation and sublimation are expressed in the famous alchemical adage, solve et coagula. Solve is related to our English words dissolve, resolve, and solution. The word refers to the breaking down of elements and principles. Coagula points to their coming together again, a constant series of death and resurrection, the end of the old self and the putting on of the new self. This concept is well known in literature, philosophy, and psychology, having been explored in the writings of, for example, Plato, Goethe, Nietzsche, Freud, and Jung. In short, it is a form of transference or sublimation of our vital energy into more positive and creative endeavors